Hey, Earth Brothers and Sisters. I am here today. Today is moving week, and I have made a list of things to do. This tea actually took a minute to make. So let me just go over what this video is all about so that you guys can prep, and then I'll just sit here and enjoy the tea. So during this video, we're going to do a little bit of yoga meditation, and then I'm going to shuffle some cards. I did have a message that was on my heart, and during the meditation, I'm going to be directed on whether I'm going to share that or not. So the main things that are going to happen are the yoga meditation and the shuffling of cards. And then I'm still trying to figure out if I'm going to be sharing this message or if it will be a separate video. So while you guys are getting all prepped, I'm going to do the same. Get your yoga mat, get your water, get your sage if you need to. Today I've been in water, so like I said, I made tea. I'm going to be using Florida water that's infused with Palo Santo. So go get your things. I'm going to enjoy my tea, and let's get it. Okay. Okay. So now we're going to prepare for our meditation. We're going to do it with the camera. So one thing that I really, really enjoyed um, while exploring other cultures is that they say, um, please take care of me while in your care. I will definitely put the right, um, I will definitely put the right subtitles there. But for right now, because that just came into my heart, please take care of me while I'm in your care. And just to answer, if you ask me that, yes, I will take care of you during this time that we spend together. I want to thank you for trusting me, and let's begin. Here, I'm just saying a little prayer to myself. I welcome you to do whatever feels best. So here, you're just going to reach your arms above your head, stretching all the way up, bringing your shoulders towards your ears, and spreading your wings. You can even just break spirit fingers here. And I just welcome you to taking a deep breath. Hold it for 4 counts and release. Taking another deep breath. And release. And you can allow your arms to just slowly come down to your sides. Now you can reach out forward, nice and long, allowing your head to fall down towards the ground. And I welcome you to take a deep breath in, holding for 4 counts, and releasing. Allow yourself to flow during this breath. And sometimes you may need to let out a sigh or some type of sound. Allow yourself to be comfortable to let that sound come out. We're going to do this for about a minute, taking in a deep breath, holding for 4 counts, and releasing the breath. As you go through this 1 minute, as you go through this 1 minute, you're going to feel yourself becoming very relaxed. Maybe that sound that you had before isn't necessary. And you'll find yourself just releasing slowly. So let's get into our posture, reaching out, allowing our heads to fall towards the ground, taking in that breath, holding for 4, and releasing. Make sure to let all the air out of your lungs. And that was our 1 minute. So now we're going to come on all fours, staying on your knees. This will be called a tabletop. You can go ahead and let your legs come hip length apart. And you just want to come into a balanced stance. And just relax here. Now you can start to lean forward, allowing your hips to fall, allowing your chest to come forward, allowing your shoulders to come back. You may even feel like you want to allow your head to fall back. And just come into a balanced stance, keeping your spine long. You may need to bend your arms a little. You can go ahead and just start falling forward, allowing your arms to bend. Moving slowly like this gives you a little bit of resistance and a nice stretch, keeping control. And now you want to push back up, allowing your chest to come forward. Coming back into the tabletop. Rest there and allow your head to fall. Allow it to hang. And nod yes if you agree that this was pretty good. Then you can nod no to anything that you see fit. In this case, it feels really good. But just allow your head to hang. You can move it around. Get a nice stretch, loosen the neck. And now I ask that you just fall back. Falling back. This one is going to really stretch out your hip and your spine, your tailbone. Allow your forehead to touch the ground so that you can continue to keep that spine nice and long. And now you may find yourself sitting. You can bring your arms to your side. And now you can sit up. You should be in a nice squatted position. If this feels uncomfortable, you may want to bring your feet together, or you can even bring your knees together. And now you're just going to be in a seated position, whichever feels best. And now you bring your arms to the middle so that we can stretch out your arms and your wrists. These are sections that I feel don't get enough love and attention. So as you see, I'm rocking back and forth to give my wrist a nice stretch. And then you can turn your hands outward. Go side to side to give them a nice stretch. You can turn them backward just to give them a nice stretch from the back. It's great. So now we're going to go ahead from that seated position. We're going to reach forward and we're going to bring your butts up to the sky. And this is going to give your calves a nice stretch, the back of your legs. a nice stretch. You may need to come to your tiptoes. And now we're going to kick up our left foot. Go ahead and kick up our left foot, bringing our hips backward. And then you're going to bring that left foot back down. This is also requiring a little upper body strength. So you should feel a nice burn going. We're going to kick up the right foot, bringing our hips back so we can be nice and balanced and get a nice deep stretch. And once you're ready, you can go ahead and bring that foot down. Remember to take your breaths. I am talking during this, so this is how I'm getting my breath, but I do ask that you keep your breath throughout the stretch. Now we're just going to come down to our knees. And because we have that nice burn going on, we're going to do a nice thread the needle. So we're going to bring our right arm underneath our left hand, allowing our shoulder to touch the ground. This is where you may want to lean nice in so that you can get that stretch in your neck and in your shoulder. And you can even bring up this arm to get a deeper stretch. You can bring it down to your back if that feels good and balanced, or you can keep it down so that you can have some support. But here we're just stretching out the neck and the shoulder. You may find that you want to do a nice little twist more, you can do so. Remember to get your breath. And now we're going to go ahead and push ourselves back up. And we're going to go to the other side, bringing this is my left hand, our left hand under our right. Leaning into the shoulder and the neck area. Allowing this arm to lay flat, palms up. Bringing the arm up. And just allowing that stretch within your neck and shoulder. Perfect. We're going to come back on all fours. And we're going to take our right leg. We're going to stretch it over to our left side, bringing our toes down and pushing in. This is going to give you a nice longitude stretch into your hips. You can feel it also in your calf and in your toes. And make sure that it does not hurt, that you are in a comfortable stretch. You do not want to push too much, but you do want to get your stretch. So listen to your body. Take a nice deep breath in and release. And now we're going to come back on all fours. And we're going to do the same thing to the next side. But before we do that, I need you to get nice and balanced. Nice and balanced. Taking that breath in. And now bringing that left leg over to your right behind you. Leaning in, getting that nice stretch within your hips. Maybe giving the other hip some pressure, a little less pressure, I mean. Take a deep breath in and release. Coming back to the center. Now, yes, I do a lot of arm strength. I am a warrior. I like my arms to be nice and toned. So now I'm just going to go ahead and stretch out my arms. The day, the day, the day. I'm not sure what time of day it is where you are. But I know that you set out this time to be intentional. To hear a message, to enlighten yourself or hear a different point of view. But mostly you were intentional about it. You can come down to a seated position. Stretching over to your right with your legs out. So when it comes to intention, you want to make sure that it always comes from a place that is good. And I can't define that for you. You can't define that for me. But whatever good, whatever moral compass you follow, make sure that your intentions reflect that. That feels so good. I'm just gonna lay it on my back, allow some pressure to go on lower spine. A lot of times when you have lower back issues, that can mean that you don't feel supported. If you have upper back issues, that can mean that you are holding on to a lot of resentment, or you may have a lot on your plate. A lot of times, if you do have upper back issues, you do have lower back issues because you're not getting that support. It's crazy what our bodies tell us. And sometimes that support isn't external, it comes from a place where we are responsible. Right now, I'm just bringing my pelvis towards the sky, just giving my lower back a nice stretch, relieving some pressure. This may feel really good for women because of that arch that we have. And I do just try to like reach for my ankles so I can feel more balanced and more supported as well. Now you can just lower yourself. Here I want to just do like a couple of hip thrusts just to like tone my butt, but it also helps with my sciatic nerve to kind of like pinch and release. And these are one of the ways that I relieve some of that sciatic nerve pain. I'm not sure if anyone struggles with that, but if you don't, at least you're getting a nice butt exercise here. Even guys, You guys need it too. If you're feeling brave, you can go ahead and kick up one leg and do some of those thrusts. That will really give you a nice challenge. So here I'm just going to lean over towards my left hand side, giving my body a nice twist. Please do not overextend during this twist. Okay. And so now we're coming to the end of our yoga stretching meditation. So we're just going to sit up, coming up slowly. Take a deep breath in and release. And just be present. Just coming up slowly. If you feel any aches and pains, just straight over it. Exhale. So that felt really great. I hope that that served you well. Um, let's go ahead and reel it back in. Reeling it back in. Woo, strong. Trying to be strong, you know? Trying to pour into myself. Not trying, I am. I have. So I guess what we'll be talking about today is intention. When it comes to, well, as you all have seen, the spring equinox has happened. Spring is coming in. You may see some new flowers blooming. You may see some more activity within your communities when it comes to nature. Like the other day, I was outside walking my dog and I just got completely enamored with watching this squirrel. Like I was squirrel watching you guys. And it was really great. Like, um, it was just crazy to really just be that close to nature when you really think about it. It's like we're really not that far from each other, you know? Um, but just to get back on the subject, we have been seeing that it is springtime. It's springtime. And this to me is where this is the cosmic new year. This is where you really start to see the things that you have been trying to manifest that you may have thought weren't going to happen. They are now ready to happen. The sun is closer. So this is also where if you're gardening, if you love to buy flowers, if you're looking to buy flowers, this is the perfect time for that. Um, so I've been actually doing a lot of research, and I'm gonna have to research some more about aquatic, aquatic, aquatic plants because I feel like maybe I'll have a better time um, trying to take care of those. I've never owned any plants. I've never been a plant mom before. but that is something that I want to do. So, um, if you're like me, because when everyone else, and I'm not trying to compare anything, but so we're not, it's no point of saying that. But right now is really the time for, ooh, Two of Pentacles. Yes. Now is the time to come into balance, to come into making the things that you want come into reality. Five of Cups and Wheel of Fortune. The bottom, and then the World up here. Page of Wands. And the Empress. Yeah. So just to get into it, we have the World card. We have, well, Two of Pentacles came out, the World card, Wheel of Fortune, Page of Cups, the Empress, and then there's a little bit of lingering negative energy here. So just to talk about the new year, like I stated, everything is starting anew. So this is a time where you may be finding yourself moving, you may be finding yourself starting a new hobby, taking on new positions, getting promotions. This is the time where all this new energy starts to come in. And a lot of us have started to already see some of this coming into our lives um, since maybe around February time. And so now we're really being asked to concentrate on the things that we really want in our lives. So just to bring it, just to make it a little personal, like right now, I'm in the midst of going to move and I'm just waiting on the okay. Let me check my phone. But I really did give it until Tuesday, so I'm not really going to press the issue. But yes, at this time, I'm like in the midst of going to move and I'm just waiting. Well, I'm not waiting. I'm just really been trying to think about, okay, what do I want this new place to be? What are the things that I want to like happen? Or, just what intentions do I have with this move? What are the things that I want to accomplish within this new move? And yeah, so like right now, a lot of us can be like all the things that we have been contemplating about, the things that we have been looking to do, we're getting in. It's time for the action. Like it is time. Like if you didn't know, now you know. It is time to make the moves. It's time to get into action. And so Eight of Swords came out. The Hermit card came out. Yeah. So right now, what I feel Spirit is trying to say with the Eight of Swords, the Hermit, Knight of Wands, and Judgment in reverse is that like right now, it's not a time to be second guessing what you already know is here. It's time to make those moves with this Knight of Swords. Everything that you thought was just daydreaming or a fantasy, now it's time to make them reality. And that's what I get with the World card. Now, earlier I did point out that the Five of Cups came out. And that right now is where, like, anything that you haven't released, like, what is it that you want to say about the Five of Cups? What is it that you want to share about the Five of Cups? I'm actually going to, the Emperor card came out. Okay, so the Empress card and the Emperor card came out, and they were both upright. So this can also be a reflection of a relationship. And this means that with the Emperor and the Empress card coming out and they're both upright, that lets me know that there's a balance that is happening within relationships, whether that's within yourself or within you in external relationships. And that's really needed at this time when it's time for all this action to happen. What I'm also seeing with the Two of Pentacles is that there is an abundance coming in or is already shaping within your realities. And it's really your birthright. 10 of Cups, 10 of Swords. So right now I'm getting like two different messages. So there's some of you who have come into balance within your relationships. And because of this balance, like there is a lot of abundance coming in. But there are some relationships where with the Two of Swords and the King of Cups coming out, I feel that there's still some emotional maturity that has to happen because it did come out reversed. And with the Two of Swords, that can mean like a lack of trusting your gut feeling, your intuition. And with the King of Cups reversed, that can be a reflection of someone who isn't emotionally stable with this and when I say emotionally stable, I'm meaning like it could be emotionally stable because there is a Temperance card that is reversed. So there could be that the male is just like the masculine aspect. I'm not going to say male or female. I'm going to say the masculine aspect of a relationship. They're just very short tempered and they don't really have a rhyme or reason as to when they have these outbursts. And because of this, it has made the woman kind of, or it has made the feminine aspect of the relationship not be able to trust their intuition, not be able to trust what they know. And because of this, it's like, it's almost as if like the woman can't really obtain this vision of a relationship with this person. And so for a lot of people who may be watching this video, it's as though it's time to really release this relationship because it's blocking you from all this abundance with the Two of Pentacles. The Page of Wands came out, which talks about being innovative, being creative. The Wheel of Fortune is like your birthrights, what belongs to you, everything that you want, everything that you desire. Until you release this relationship, it won't be able to come into your life. And then that balanced relationship that you do want, I mean, like if someone's in the way of that, like all of these are really just trash cards. We have the like on her phone just hurt and pain. can't really trust her intuition, blocked off, heart chakra blocked, head basically chopped off, don't have no connection to the spirit realm, legs crossed, probably not even really enjoying intimacy, you know, like just on their phone, just blocked, can't even see the future because these came reversed because this guy's just so temperamental, or the masculine aspect of you is just like, so let's take it away from a relationship and just talk about if it's within you. If you are so short tempered with yourself, you can't even allow yourself to make mistakes. You can't allow yourself to follow your intuition. You're blocking yourself off from a balance within your finances, from those creative ideas coming into life with the World card and the Wheel of Fortune, from really being able to experience this blessed divine relationship. So a lot of us need to really take into action what I'm saying. Don't judge me during this time. The judgment card came out. Don't don't judge how you're receiving these messages, because this isn't the first time that you've heard this message. This isn't the first warning that you've gotten. At this point, it's like, if you're blatantly just going to not take the steps that are needed within yourself or within your external relationships, then you're blatantly saying, I don't want this. I don't want what's mine, because I'm still trying to put up with, you're crying over spilled milk at this point. So we're just gonna move on, because at that point I'm just roasting and stuff. It's just gonna get, like, the message is just gonna get even more ruder. So we're just gonna move on from that message. But with this new year, like with the cosmic new year beginning, it's like Spirit is telling you, like, make the necessary changes, because a lot of us, we have these, we have these things that we want to accomplish. We have these things that are really important to us that we know that we prayed about, the Moon card and then the Page of Pentacles. Like, these are things that we've wanted in our lives, and Spirit is telling us, okay, well, if you want that, you have to release some things, or you need to listen the first time. That was something that I learned today. So like I was telling you guys, I'm moving right now. And, you know, I made this whole list of things that I wanted, like how I want to move, like what rooms I want to start on and things like that. I have about 20 more minutes on here. So just to give you guys a time frame. But basically, I made a whole schedule of how, like, I'm going to start packing up the house. And as I did that, I really, really wanted to make this tea. So as I'm making the tea, I was called to do, do I want to talk about that right now, Spirit? Do I share that? No. So yeah, I was called to make the tea, and as I'm making the tea, I just start to clean up. So I'm like, dang, I should like just start with the kitchen. But then I'm like, nah, I shouldn't start with the kitchen because I'm still gonna have to like cook every day. Like, we still have basically a whole week here. So I'm still, just, what am I gonna do? Like, what am I thinking? What am I thinking? What am I thinking? And I'm making the tea, I'm cleaning up or whatever, like cleaning up the sections that like I want to, and I'm like, should I start like I'm about to pack everything, or should I not? Like I was just in that contemplation thing the whole time. I'm still making the tea and everything like that. And so Spirit just says, hold on, you guys, I'm chilling. So Spirit says there needs to be a stop in indecisiveness. You need to make a decision and stick with it. That was the message. The whole time I'm going back and forth, trying to figure out. And then my alarm goes off because I do the promo stuff my alarm just went off. It's 2:45. So just to round up the message here, because, we had to do a little stop off. Right. A lot of us need to make the decisions that we're supposed to make, the decisions and the choices that we have been directed to make, whether that be to do the thing that you said you're going to do, whether that means to end the relationship that you said you're going to end, whether that means to stop the bad habit that you said you're going to stop. You are being called to do that right now. You're being called to do that right now. And this isn't a time to deflect, because let me say this. A lot of us, we know exactly what it is, but we start trying to say it's something else that we need to do. So for example, a lot of us know that we need to start our businesses. A lot of us know that we need to start our businesses. But instead of starting our businesses, we'll say, oh, we need to lose weight. And the thing is that a lot of times when you start doing what you're supposed to do, you will start to lose that weight. But that's not what you were told to do. That's not what you're being asked to do from Spirit right now. So really be honest about what it is that Spirit is telling you to do, and stop trying to shame yourself or make yourself feel bad. Like, I just feel like that needs to be said, because a lot of people do that. Like a lot of people will put their energy to something else that really is not what they're supposed to be focusing on. So after you make your decision, after you do the thing that you're supposed to be doing, then you really need to take this time during this Aries season to set your intention, but know that it is immediate action after. So you already know what you're supposed to do. At this point, Spirit is letting me know that you already have everything written down. You've already done all the research that you need to do. You did that. You did that in those winter months. You were hibernating, you were thinking, you were contemplating about how you're going to do the thing that you're supposed to be doing. Please go back to your notes. Please go back to that journal. Or just actually write the thoughts and stop letting them roam around in your head. That would actually help you concentrate a little more if you kind of like wrote it down so that you can make space for new thoughts that needed to be said to someone. So, yeah. Once you make that decision, know that it's immediate action. You're being called to do it now. Don't bullshit yourself. Then you're going to go back to your notes and you're going to do the thing. You're going to do it. So for me, I'm going to post a video. I'm going to do it. This is my call to action. What is yours? I literally get confirmations everywhere. So I be knowing, like, Spirit be letting me know. Spirit be letting me know. Do we talk about contentment right now, Spirit? Are we talking about contentment right now, Spirit? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. It's talking to us. Spirit is talking to us right now. At this point, I'm not letting time be a factor. I'm just allowing myself to flow. The 20 minutes that I committed to, I have used 10 of those. So right now, this is for Spirit. Look at the cards that came out. Spirit is speaking directly to us. So just give me one moment. These are the cards that came out, and this is how they came out. Okay. Boom, I put these back. I ended up putting these down like this. So let's go ahead and see what that is. One moment. A lot of, again, I am channeling. I am not excluding myself from this message. So please do not see me as I'm talking down. A lot of you all have not been content. Contentment is a consistent decision Contentment is a consistent decision Contentment is a consistent decision where you choose happiness. Contentment is not a feeling. Contentment is a decision. Happiness comes and goes. It flows. Just like the souls. Happiness is a emotion. Motion. Contentment is a decision. A decision. Once you practice contentment, once you find happiness within what has been given to you, that is when the money flows. That is when happiness flows. Contentment, the lack thereof, is why there are broken homes. It's why okay. So basically what they're saying is because you're not content, you're not able to you're not able to like um flow. Like this is for women and men, like you're not able to experience romance. A lot of you guys are in good relationships, but because you're always wanting more, because you're always needing more, because you're never satisfied. This could be with the Gemini and Lilith, Libra, Aries, Capricorn, Cancer, Taurus, Pisces. Okay, basic. It's like really a lot of us. I didn't really name Virgo, Scorpio. Don't know what you're doing. Aquarius. But those signs, like they're pretty content. Like they understand that you gotta make it do what it do. you know, like, and once you find that flow, that's when you make more room for goodness to come into your life. So a lot of us have not been content where we are, what we have, the relationships, or like, and when I say relationships, it's like business and everything, work. So right now, they're really asking us to make the decision to be happy with what we have in every area of our life. And that will bring room for more to come. Stop holding on to old shit. Let that shit go. It does not serve you. There's so much more that we want to bring to you. Doing these acts allows it to manifest. Into your reality. Doing these acts leaves room for new thoughts to flourish. A lot of you guys have been having the same thoughts for a very long time, contemplating the same things for a very long time. It makes you feel like you're going crazy. It's time to let it go. I see like a cat chasing its tail. But it's like on the tail, it's like oh, it's like someone is holding a little like toy for the rat. I mean for the cat. Like someone is holding a toy that has a rat on it. And the cat is just chasing its tail. But then there's like a baby, like a little kid, like looking at the cat trying to get its attention. So it's like two things, three things. It's like the cat is so worried about chasing its own tail that it doesn't even see its options. And it's crazy because the person who's holding the rat, like, it's not even trying to like, so a lot of us are kind of like worried, like, oh, if we make this decision, like it could be bad, like it could turn out bad, like even if you took a moment. Okay, boom. So even if you took a moment to stop thinking about what the hell you are thinking about, it's like even if you were to stop, you couldn't even see what's really going on here. Because it's like when you stop chasing your tail, you may start looking at the person who's holding the rat and thinking like, oh, they're just trying to like get me, you know. But they're really just trying to like get your attention so that they can like take you to the kid who really wants to take care of you. So that to me is like there's like a pure essence about it. Like, so essentially the message is if you do the thing that you're supposed to do, like make the decisions that you're supposed to make, because it's time out for all that indecisiveness. once you make the decision you're supposed to make, then you're going to also have to stay aware that you need to see what's going on around you. You've been in your thoughts so much that you probably can't even really see all the blessings or some of the chaos that has been going on around you. So now it's time to come into balance, look around, know that you are protected, that you're taken care of, and that there is this pure energy, this newness, this innocence of opportunity and safety and love and care. So we come back to the cards, and Spirit says that they heard your cries. They heard the things that you wanted. They saw that you were planting seeds every time that you wrote something, every time that you researched something, every time that you cried, and they're ready to give those things to you, but you have to prepare yourself. You have to make the room. Like right here, she's harvesting. She has carrots. She's uprooting those. She picked those. So now it's time to, and I believe like even in nature, like if you are a farmer right now, you're harvesting all your winter crops. Okay, you're harvesting those and you're making room for your spring and summer crops. So when it comes to our lives, it's time to uproot all that old gunk, all the remaining, because at this point, Cosmic Mama, Cosmic Father, they already universally took everything that no longer serves you out. So even if that's a message for somebody else, I'm not going to say that, but cosmically, what needed to be removed out of your life is out of your life. It's now just time to make the move or make the move for it. So at this point, I'm kind of repeating myself, but today we talked about contentment and how it is a decision, and that once you start to practice being content and you start to really look at all these opportunities and go after them, that's when you'll be able to craft the life that you want. So that's all that I have today. I'm so thankful for the time that we spent together. Oof. And yeah, that's that. I love you guys so freaking much. I pray that you all are having a beautiful Monday or whatever day it is for you. That's all. Love you.